You know, every big idea, every game changer has an origin story. This one's about vision. It's about looking at a totally empty, barren desert and somehow seeing a world-class destination. And believe me, it holds a really powerful lesson for how we do business today.
And this right here, this is the core idea for everything we're about to get into. It's the difference between just, building something and creating an entirely new world. A world built because someone understood what people really, truly want. So, how they actually do it? How do you turn nothing but sand into a global hotspot? Well, it wasn't a magic trick. It was a playbook, a really smart four-step playbook. Okay, so here's the playbook they used. First, they just set their own rules. They created a whole new game where no one else even saw a playing field. Second, they bought up all the land, for pennies on the dollar. Smart. Third, they built the boring but essential stuff, the pipes, the power, all of it. But the real masterstroke, the absolute genius move, was that fourth step. They tapped directly into human nature in a way that was just irresistible. All right, so let's jump from that desert in Nevada to a totally different kind of desert, one that we're all living in right now. I'm talking about the go-to-market landscape, basically how companies try to find you and win you over as a customer. And on the surface, it might look busy, but in reality, it's a wasteland. Look, let's just call it what it is. The way companies have been trying to reach people for years, it doesn't just work poorly, it's completely broken. We're not talking about making a few tweaks here and there. The whole thing is just fundamentally busted. And if you want proof, just look at the numbers. 16%. That's it. That is the level of trust that buyers have in vendors. Think about that for a second. More than 8 out of every 10 people. They just don't trust you. Years and years of invasive tracking and annoying cold emails have totally poisoned the well. And it's not just about trust, right? The strategies themselves are just so unstable. This 26% volatility, that's what we call the SEO treadmill. Companies are dumping millions into chasing Google's algorithm, just running as fast as they can to stay in the exact same place. And then one little update from Google and poof, your whole investment could just vanish overnight. And this is the real kicker, the money. 36 months. 3 full years. That's the average time it takes a company to earn back the money it spent just to get one new customer. That's not a business plan, that's just a slow burn to disaster. It's an absolute crisis. So you have to ask, right? Where did everybody go? Where are the customers? Well, they fled. They've gone into what's called dark shopping. They're hiding out in private communities, in Slack groups, places where they can get real advice from real people without all the noise and the constant sales pitches. And this is where it all comes full circle, back to our Las Vegas story. Because if the old way of doing business is a barren desert, then somebody has to be the visionary who comes in and builds the new city. This is the big idea right here. ReadyStack is taking that exact same visionary playbook and applying it to this broken digital desert. They're seeing a vibrant destination where everyone else just sees a problem. And when you put them side by side, the comparison is it's perfect. The Vegas guys set the rules. ReadyStack is setting new rules for go-to-market built on trust. Vegas built the actual roads and pipes. ReadyStack is building the digital pipes to connect with those hidden buyers. Vegas secured the land. ReadyStack is securing the territory. And just like the originals, they're appealing directly to what people actually want: respect and real value, not noise. Okay, but a vision this big, it needs an architect who knows what they're doing, right? This can't just be some wild guess. It has to come from a pattern of success that's been proven time and time again. And this quote, man, it just nails it. This whole thing isn't a guess. It's about recognizing the early signs of a huge industry shift, because you haven't just seen it happen before. You've actually led the change yourself. And you can literally see that pattern play out over and over again, from totally changing how software was distributed with Test Drive, to literally pioneering streaming with Audio Highway, to building a huge marketing platform with MixBridge. Each one of those was a step, a lesson learned that led directly to this moment with ReadyStack. So, okay, we've got the vision, we've got the proven architect, but what we're talking about here is way bigger than just one new product. This is about laying down the foundation for an entirely new way of doing business, a new economy. And hey, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for the future. The first casino in this new desert, It's already built, and it's working, showing absolutely remarkable results. The road is paved, the foundation is set for a new economy that's actually built on trust and value, not on interruption and surveillance. So here's where we land. The old way, it's a ghost town. You can see the tumbleweeds blowing through, littered with burned cash and broken trust. The new destination has been built. The lights are on. So the real question is, are you going to move in? Or are you going to get left behind in the desert?